Hello humans, we're going to be talking about permutations today. It's your boy, Ryan Lemon. A permutation is used when we're trying to discover the number of ways to choose R distinct things from a grouping of N things. Okay, so again, if we have 20 some things and we want 3 distinct things from that group of 20, we'd be looking at this scenario, when again 20 would be your N and 3 would be your R. But as you see, in order to use this formula here, it looks like you have to have an idea of what it means to have that exclamation point. It doesn't mean N! No, not so much. It means the idea of factorials. And a factorial in math is, represented by this exclamation point. What it means is multiplication of descending numbers. So if you have something like 5, descending whole numbers, so 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's how we're describing 5 factorial. So it follows that 3 factorial is just the same as 3 times 2 times 1. And if you went up to 8 factorial, of course, that would just be 8 times 7 all the way down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, since this is just a cute little formula here to find the permutations, to find how many ways you can select, like in this case, how many ways you could select 3 things from a group of 20, let's do an example. Here's our problem set up. We have 9 players on a basketball team, and we're choosing 5 players for each distinct position. On a basketball team, you have what? You have a point guard, a shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. So these are 5 distinct positions. It's not just 5 people, you're choosing a person for each position. That's important when talking about permutations. And since we made that distinction, that we're trying to choose distinct people, we are talking about permutations. And so we need to employ this formula here, where we have N, which is 9 players, but we're going to be choosing only 5 of them. So we can plug that idea into our formula. Let's be consistent. N is what's written first. That's the total number of people. So you have N factorial over N minus 5 factorial, that difference. And here we go. On the bottom, you have N factorial over, that turns out to be 4 factorial on the bottom. What is 9 factorial? We know, we just discussed, 9 factorial is the same as 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Well, I could keep going, or I could stop there at 4 factorial. The reason I stopped there is because we're taking a look at this. This represents our answer, 9 factorial over 4 factorial. 4 factorial is within 9 factorial. I could stop here and just divide these two. And our answer is left nice and neat on top. It's the product of all of these numbers. I would use a calculator or some other method to say 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5, which happens to be that number. Oh my goodness, that's a big number. That's the number of possible ways you could create a 5-person basketball team from 9 players. That's crazy. Let's do another one. Okay, I enter 5 hot dog eating contests a year. That's just a fun fact. This problem says there's 20 people that entered a hot dog eating contest, and they award a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Now, how many ways can these places be awarded? 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Again, we make the distinction between places. It's not just that we're saying good job to 3 people. We're giving away a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So we're making the distinction that these things are separate places. So out of the 20, we're going to choose 3. And again, this would be a permutation because we're distinguishing between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We take our formula, which is N factorial over N minus R factorial. just to make sure we're starting with our recipe before we cook. We have N choosing R. Okay, so we have N, which is 20. We have 20 people, and we're choosing 3 for the places. We've got 20 factorial over 20 minus 3. Ah, this is easy. So we've got 20 factorial over 17 factorial. How about 20 times 19 times 18 times 17 factorial? I'm not going to keep on going because I see a 17 factorial on the bottom. And I know that these can divide. So our answer is simply this. 20 times 19 times 18. And when you multiply that all together, it looks like you end up with 6,840 possibilities. Well, really, there's only one possibility for first place, because that would be me. If you want to challenge me, come at me. Numbers 5, 6, 1, 6. Yeah, I'm not telling you my number. Okay, I hope this helped with you in math. Have a great day. Goodbye.